වුණා ප්‍රථම වතාවට වෙස්ටර්න් වොරියර්ස් කණ්ඩායමට හැකියාව ලැබුණා තරගයේ ඉදිරියට පැමිණෙන්නට. ඉන් අනතුරුව මාක් ජැක්මන් ලබාගත් උත්සාහක දිනමක් වයිපර්ස් කණ්ඩායම වෙනුවෙන් ජොනි වාටු අවසන් තප්පරයේදී ලබාගත් උත්සාහක දිනම වෙස්ටර්න් වොරියර්ස් කණ්ඩායමට හැකියාව ලැබුණා ලකුණු 26-19ක් ලෙස තරගයේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්නට.
Here with me right now is coach of the Western Warriors. We've got Inti right here with us. Inti, it was a very close match, but you won after all. But the first game was a very crucial game. What happened? What needs to change?
I think the disappointing thing was none of our players were switched on in the morning. For some reason, we never got going. We struggled in every aspect and then just lost really, very small margin, 14-12, but we lost and it's no good.
Right now, it looks like the players came on just right now, but what needs to improve for tomorrow, for the next week actually?
Well, actually for the next week, we need to play like we did yesterday and the second and third games today. We need to really step up and be focused in every game because this competition is getting tougher. It's not as easy as it used to be. It's really a tough competition, so you need to be switched on for every game.
All right, thank you so much, Inti, and we're going to go back into the commentary box.
Thanks, Sasha, talking to Inti Marika there as we join the live action here with the Northern Gladiators in the yellow, playing the North Central Typhoons in the red. This is for third and fourth place. Pradeep Lianage with a big jump step there. Runs into trouble on the touchline, and the ball goes into touch, and we'll have a line out to settle things down in this helter-skelter match.
Well, in the opening periods, while the interview was being held, the actual North Central Typhoons are down to 6 players because Masilevu came in for a big hit on Jordan Tupu, and he came off second best, and he's only just now got back to his feet and running back into position. This is where it happened. He came in and tried to make a big hit, and he came off second best, and there's that lovely jump as well.
He's been doing that for many years now, Pradeep Lianage. One of the foremost 7's exponents, best steppers we have. Always breaks the first tackle. Masilevu recovering from that hit. Roshan Veeraratne digs it out. Anrudha Villavara gives it to the big man. This is
Anthony.
Good run from Anthony.
Well, retaining possession, and that's the key in this game. Just holding on to the ball, and they'll need to be very, very smart here. Did he lose his feet? Yes, he has, Folau. To retain his own body weight, and so that means that there's more possession, and this is where they will tap and go. Voltu has ball in hand, the distinctive headband. He looks across the field, and then he passes it out. Picked up beautifully by Cartelis. Well, it's been knocked forward there, but the referee says they weren't back the required 10 metres, and so they'll come back for another penalty to the North Central Typhoons. Veeraratne has the ball and he plants it down. Options both ways. They're just slowing the things down here now. They look to try and move it. Masilevu, yes, and he'll give a shot and score. Too much class, big and too strong.
Masilevu on Taupo. You'd expect the two Islanders to go pound for pound, but Masilevu just having too much momentum, reaching out and just stretching 1 inch over the line, and you just have to get on the line. You don't even have to get over now. Here we are. Taupo goes in. It's not Taupo actually, that's Vola. And just on the line, as Masilevu has a little bit of a problem with his shoulder, but you won't find him coming off in this game. Soiru Anthony, the other under-23 player on for the North Central Typhoons, hasn't played a big part in this tournament, but they've saved him for this game. And the wind really messing up Roshan Veeraratne's conversion. It looked good, it started it on target, but the wind taking it away. That's the Northern Gladiators bench not looking too happy. Adrian Ferris assisted by Mohammad Mushtaq. Now taking the kickoff, controlling with his boot is Fazil Marija, who we haven't seen much of. Great distributor he is, doesn't try to do too much except when he spots a gap. This is Mr. Jayasinghe, who only needs half a gap. Upended by Roshan Weeraratne. Could we see a card here?
You bet. He's going to go to the pocket. Dangerous, according to the referee. And so you take a person up into the vertical, you've got to bring them down safely. And so 7 on 6 for the next 60 seconds.
Nice to see that Mr. Jayasinghe has bounced right back up though.
Here's Tupou. He's big and strong. And now looking for the late cut from Rapwat. Now they push it wide. And here comes Marija. Steps on the inside. Has he got enough pace to get away from Boltu? No, he hasn't. But he's thrown the ball back. And he's knocked it forward in the process.
Fazil Marija for the first time trying to use that explosive burst that he has. So loose in the hips, Marija, when he chooses to step. But what is Sony Avatu? The IRB series experienced player, just knowing exactly how to shadow him. So the Northern Gladiators now trailing 5-0 really have to make this extra man count for themselves. Got to put real pressure on this line out and try and win the ball. Damien Rothpath, also the other under-23 player, on for the Gladiators in the number 5 jersey.
Well, the Typhoons have the ball. Remember, they have only got 6 players, so only 2 backs effectively out there. And now the kick and chase. It's a foot race. Coming across is Folau. Will he have the pace to get there first? No, he won't. And Carlton has scored. The kick, the chase, and then the finish. They're down to 6 players, and sometimes in the game of 7's, it actually makes you stronger. And look at this, he had no right. It was the kick and then the chase. But here's the part that I liked, is that you wait for the ball to bounce. Look at the rugby ball, every revolution, 3 or 4, it'll bounce up like that. And on hand was Cartelis.
That's somebody else wearing him, an imposter wearing Cartelis' jersey. And it's certainly not Damien Rothpath. Damien Rothpath wears 5 for the Northern Gladiators, not the Typhoons. Masilevu's conversion also goes awry.
Alapati Ratini is the man. So Ratini wearing jersey 5. That's where the confusion was.
Alipati Ratini scoring the try for the North Central Typhoons. Fazil Marija stretches the play. And they change direction once again. This is Niwao. Samoan. Marija. Looks left, looks right. Gladiators are playing very low-risk rugby. Sometimes I think it's better to just relax and play like you know how. And that wasn't a very good option taken, and Patisoni Vatu making sure that that tackle was felt by Folavola.
Yeah, just running sideways and not many options as well. And so first half is now concluded.
Alipate Ratini scoring that last try, and Hishan Valmiller will sum up that first half in this third-fourth playoff between the North Central Typhoons in the red and the Northern Gladiators in yellow.
North Central Typhoons කණ්ඩායම සහ Northern Gladiators කණ්ඩායම අතරයි තරගය පැවැත්වෙන්නේ. Carlton Super 7's රග්බි තරගාවලියේ 3 වන සහ 4 වන ස්ථාන නිර්ණය කිරීම සඳහා ජාත්‍යන්තර තරගාවලියේ ප්‍රථම අධීරයි ක්‍රියාත්මක වන්නේ ගාල්ල ජාත්‍යන්තර ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාංගණයේ සිට සජීවීව අපිව වහා එක්වන්නේ. ලකුණු පූර තරගයේ ප්‍රථම භාගය නිමාවනට දිස්ුනේ ලකුණු 12.0ක් ලෙස North Central Typhoons කණ්ඩායම ඉදිරියෙන් තබමින් North Central Typhoons කණ්ඩායමයි මුලින්ම ලකුණු අතරට පිවිසියේ බෙනිටෝ මසලෙව් ලබාගත් මේ උත්සාහක දිනුමත් සමගින් ඉන් අනතුරුව දක්ෂ ලෙස තමන්ගේ කණ්ඩායමට උත්සාහක දිනුමක් ලබා දීමට සමත් වුණා අලිපාටේ රට්නි. මේ ඔහු ලබාගත් උත්සාහක දිනුම එහි ප්‍රවර්තනය සාර්ථක වුණා. ලකුණු 12.0ක් ලෙසයි තරගයේ ප්‍රථම භාගය නිමාවන විට North Central Typhoons කණ්ඩායම ඉදිරියෙන් සිටි Carlton Super 7's රග්බි තරගාවලියේ 3 වන සහ 4 වන ස්ථාන සඳහා වන තරගයයි මේ ක්‍රියාත්මක වන්නේ.
Thanks very much, Hishan. The carnival atmosphere once again with these balloon toys. Might be Warriors fans wearing the swords on their heads and fighting with them as well. Fazil Marija, the inspirational captain of Kandy Sports Club and 7's captain of Sri Lankan rugby as well, will need to be instrumental in bringing his troops back and try to win third place. They didn't do too well in Navalapitiya. Alipate Ratini in the number 5 red jersey has put his team, the North Central Typhoons, into the lead. But the half-time break is just what the doctor ordered for the Gladiators. They can regroup now and come back and hopefully attack from this restart. As Niao waits, and no doubt we'll see the introduction of David. Here he is, David Halifanua, their star player in the number 15 jersey in the yellow. Soiru Anthony breaks away and he founds Vatisoni Vatu. Watu hands off, and a one-handed pass about 20 meters and accurate as well. That's those big bucket hands that they've got, these Fijians, as we go away with Masilevu. Masilevu's going all the way. Yes, he is. Masilevu will score. And the North Central Typhoons going to a commanding lead. The first score of the second half to Masilevu. And is it too far to come back now for the Gladiators, Willie?
Well, it could be, but I'll tell you what, that was Fijian magic. Down one side by Votu. The pass back, and then Masilevu. We thought that he'd hurt his shoulder in the opening seconds of this game when he tried to make a hit on one of the players, Jordan Torpu. And this is his second try, scored 1 in the first half, and just that electric pace, the desperation to make sure that they finish third in this competition and get much needed points heading into Colombo.
Yes, it's not all over here. This is just the dress rehearsal for the really big stage that we'll have in Colombo as Roshan Veeraratne lines up the conversion. He's back from his stint in the bin for a dangerous tackle on Vishwamitra Jayasinghe. Both the under-23 players, Sanurudha Villavara. And that's Pradeep Lianage you just saw, who missed the tackle on Masilevu, allowed him in, just overran him a little bit, not paying attention to the fundamental of shepherding the player onto the touchline. And that's all the invitation Masilevu needed. Roshan Veeraratne now about to kick off.
Well, 17-0, big mountain to climb for the Northern Gladiators, but they certainly have got the calibre and the stock of players that can get them across the line.
Indeed they do.
Marija needs to actually take control here, the number 10.
It's one thing that I would criticize about the play of the Gladiators is they haven't passed everything through Fazil Marija. And that's something that they should be looking to do almost on every possession.
He can create something, Jordan Torpu. Tupou, you can see him there, he's big, he's strong, he's athletic, goes in to clear the ball and plays halfback. And now they need to try and find some space and some mismatches. Here he goes, spotting the gap and breaking the first tackle. Now looking for some support. Comes in the form of
David Halifanua is over. So David Halifanua attempts to bridge the gap for this Northern Gladiators side. He'll take the conversion pretty quickly if he knows what's good for him. But once again, as we were talking about, Willie, Fazil Marija was the one that created that option, used it himself and sent the man into space.
Well, Marija set it up, and then like a bullet out of a gun was David Halifanua. Just new to the, well, just come onto the field, and what an impact he's made as well. Very quiet in that opening 7 minutes, but have a look at this. Breaks the first tackle, and then he just pinned his ears back. Too big, too strong, and finally the Gladiators are on the board.
I'm surprised they actually didn't start him, Willie. He came off the bench in the second half. And this is a third, fourth playoff, so you'd expect them to start their strongest team.
Tap back by Votu. And still not controlled, and so all sorts of pressure here for the Typhoons. But just like a Typhoon, he picks it up, and he looks forward, does Ratini, one of the try scorers. Ratini's going to go coast to coast. No, he won't. He's got caught. Kumara's there. And Shanaka Kumara scores for the Typhoons.
Great supporting run by Shanaka Kumara. We had Ratini, who picked it up in his own 22, put his ears back. And when the cover defense came across, Shanaka Kumara was on hand. Here's Ratini. Fazil Marija shadowing him all the way. He's not going to give up. And he catches the big Fijian. Makes a copybook tackle on him, but Shanaka Kumara is on hand. And Lahira Veerasinghe should really have been watching the support player, should have been getting closer to him rather than watching the ball, and he'll learn that pretty quickly.
Well, on day two, a lot more of the locals are scoring the tries as opposed to on day one, where they relied on the heavy influence of the foreigners. Kumara, great support, good awareness, and fantastic reward.
I hope we'll be able to get a stat over there next week, Willie, as to the percentage of tries scored by locals and foreigners. I think that'll tell us a lot about how this tournament has developed and how the local players are playing. Everybody wants a piece of the action on their mobile phones, on whatever mobile camera they have, and why wouldn't they? Because it's been outstanding action. Anuruddha Villavara chases that kickoff, which Sudarshan Mututantri knocks on. The referee will play advantage.
I like the way that Veeraratne is comfortable in the pocket there as well. Roshan Veeraratne, just a young under 23-year-old player. Is he the captain of this side as well?
He's the captain of this side. It used to be captained by Lianage, who's now playing for the Gladiators, but he's taken over in the last fortnight. And I don't know if you saw it, but in Singapore, Willie, he took a flick back from the number 8 against the Singapore side in the Asian 5 Nations and whacked a drop goal. Never seen any international player do that before.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me with the skill that he does have. Fazil Manaja, he's got to get involved. Something happens when he has ball in hand, as it does with this man here with the big fend, and now the acceleration. He's one of the quickest on the field.
Mithun Hapagura is going to go all the way. Anuruddha Villavara is chasing him down. Shanika Kumara too. And there's no chance. Mithun Hapagura, they've shepherded him into the corner, but they've still got 5-pointer.
Well, Hopagura is one of the quickest over the first 5 meters. Look at this. Ball in 2 hands and then the fend. That's not easy to do. And then he just powered away. He knew he had the angle. Yeah, the sweeper coming across, and it's a non-contest. He was in full flight, and that's just poetry in motion. That's beautiful to watch.
Shanika Kumara is no slouch. But after he got that big fend on, it's all about the timing. It doesn't matter how big your tackler is. But if you get the timing right, you can always use momentum off the tackler and burst into it like Mithun Hapagura has done. They've got some real speedsters in Vishnamitra Jayasinghe and Mithun Hapagura. The unfortunate thing, though, for the Gladiators is that they can't use them both at the same time. It's another stepper, Darshana Atipola, who's come onto the field. The long parades for the Northern Gladiators. Tapped back. And the Typhoons, that's a good run there. Once again, Masilevu. Masilevu dismisses Lahiru Weerasinghe from his presence, and the good backhanded offload. Lovely little step there once again from the North Central Typhoons player. That was Lahiru Weerasinghe, I'm sorry. That's Dinusha Aryapala, another under-23 player, playing one of his first games and probably his first touch of the tournament.
Wow, what a moment for him then. Masilevu did all the hard work. Have a look at this. Get out of my way. Hung on desperately, Jayasinghe. And then Ariapola. Look at that. He had to hold on to the ball, and then he just powered the last 6 or 7 meters in a lovely dive to finish with. That's a special moment he'll remember for a very long time.
Absolutely, he will, as the conversion is good as well. And the North Central Typhoons are really doing well from the last time they met in this tournament. The Northern Gladiators, again, a disappointing finish for them. But Hishan Valdemiller will sum that up for you, and we've got the Jaffna Challengers taking on the Northwestern Blacks in the big final coming up.
Thank you, Shanika. North Central Typhoons kandam at Hakia Labana, Northern Gladiators kandam, Parajitapat Krimin, Carlton Super 7's Rugby Tarangavali, Jatan Tarangavali, Pratama Adiri, Tunganastane, Taman with the Satukaragana, Lakuno Tiseka, Idol Haklesai, Avasal Lakunopur.